Most learners practice for years, yet still sound robotic. They study grammar, memorize vocabulary, and learn many rules. But when they speak, something still feels unnatural. People may understand their words, but the speech does not flow like a native speaker. That is because speaking correctly and sounding natural are not the same thing. You can know perfect English and still sound stiff or forced. Many learners never notice this difference. But the real reason has nothing to do with your accent. You're training the wrong skill first. Most learners try to speak before they learn how English really sounds. They repeat words again and again, hoping practice alone will fix everything. But blind repetition often builds the wrong habits. The tongue learns mistakes and repeats them automatically. Over time, those mistakes feel normal, which makes them harder to correct later. This is why many people stay stuck for years. So what should you train before your mouth ever moves? If you can't hear it, you can't say it. Pronunciation does not start with the mouth. It starts with the ear. Your brain listens to sounds first, then tells your mouth how to copy them. If your brain hears the sound in the wrong way, your mouth will produce the wrong version too. This is why many learners keep repeating the same mistakes without noticing. They are copying what they think they hear, not what is really there. And this explains why some words always feel impossible. Because English uses sounds your language may not have. When your brain hears a new sound, it often feels strange and unclear. To make it easier, the brain replaces that sound with one from your own language. That is why PH may become T or D, and V may sound like B. Short vowels and long vowels can also sound the same to learners. These small changes make speech less natural. But there's one faster way to fix this.
This is where real pronunciation improvement begins. Instead of practicing one sound alone, compare two similar sounds together. When you hear them side by side, the difference becomes much clearer. Your brain notices what changed and starts learning faster. This works better than isolated practice because contrast creates awareness instantly. You stop guessing and begin hearing real details in pronunciation. That is when progress starts to feel easier and faster. Here's exactly how to do it in minutes a day. One letter difference can change everything. Use minimal pairs, which are words that sound almost the same but have one small change. Practice words like ship and sheep, bat and bet, full and fool. First, listen carefully to both words. Then repeat them slowly and clearly. After that, compare your sound with the original audio. This trains your ears and mouth at the same time. Small differences become easier to notice with practice, but hearing the difference once isn't enough. Not random repetition, smart repetition. You don't need to repeat everything for hours. Instead, focus only on the sounds you find difficult and practice them every day in short sessions. Just a few minutes of focused practice is more powerful than long, unfocused study. Always aim for accuracy first, not speed, because speed comes naturally later. When you repeat the right way, your brain starts to remember the correct sound patterns. And if you skip this next step, progress slows down fast. Your phone can become your pronunciation coach. Start by recording your own voice while you read or repeat simple words and sentences. Then listen carefully and compare it with native audio. Try to notice small details like stress, rhythm, and how vowels are shaped. At first, the difference may feel small, but with practice, you will start hearing what needs to change. This method helps you see your mistakes clearly instead of guessing. But natural pronunciation is more than sounds.
Native speakers sound natural because of rhythm. It is not only about saying the right words, but also about how you say them. Sentence stress changes meaning and makes speech flow smoothly. Connected speech links words together, so sentences sound faster and more natural. Even rising and falling tone can change how natural you sound. Many learners ignore these patterns and focus only on single words, but that is not enough to sound fluent. And this is why single word practice is never enough. Words alone won't make you sound fluent. To sound natural, you need to practice full sentences, not just single words. Use short daily phrases and repeat them in a natural flow. Shadow native speakers by listening and copying their exact rhythm and tone. When you practice complete sentences, your brain learns how English actually sounds in real life, not in isolation. This builds smoother and more natural speech over time. But one mindset mistake ruins progress for many learners. You don't need a perfect accent to sound natural. Many learners think they must sound exactly like a native speaker, but that is not necessary. The real goal is clarity and confidence. If people can understand you easily, you are already doing well. Small improvements every day may feel slow, but they build strong results over time. Consistency is more powerful than perfection. Natural speech is always better than perfect speech that feels forced. So what happens if you combine all this for 30 days? 10 minutes a day can change how people hear you. If you follow a simple daily routine, your pronunciation can improve much faster than you think. Start with 3 minutes of focused listening to native speech just to train your ears. Then spend 3 minutes practicing contrast pairs to notice sound differences clearly.